I loved being the heel. And that is what gave me my dopamine. Was being the villain. It's it's so easy for people to hate you than to love you.
You were picked by WWE.
Wait, no, I was the first eliminated. Let's talk about that.
I didn't even know that.
With Stone Cold Steve Austin, girl, my favorite moment. What's your favorite match? And I'm like, Melina versus Alicia Fox. And he was like, how I started it, even after, he was like, kid, you're a star. You're gonna do. He told me, he was like, you're gonna do really well. He's like, I'm really proud of you. And that made me feel good because I'm like, damn.
Welcome back to Identity Crisis. Yes, we continue to have an identity crisis on this show and myself. But what I'm really excited about today is announcing and bringing in one of my very long-time friends. As she steps into this podcast, she is not just the second half of Funkdelactyls. She's actually a star in her own right. She's a graduate from Tough Enough. She went from being a reality star to the great bright lights of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. She's an original OG total diva. Somebody call my mama. It's the one and only Cameron. Oh my God. So, you know, I didn't watch a lot of WWE prior to that because my parents were very strict with me, so I just kind of got into that flow. But I started watching WWE, started following everyone on social media, and I was obsessed with you because you were a dancer.
Wait, what, girl?
Yes, and I was like, yes, I wanted to dance too, like you and Trinity. And then also, you were just all over social. I don't know if Instagram was really popping at that time, but you were on Vine. Were you ever on Vine?
Not to get back to Vine.
That's where like Jake Paul and those guys all became
that's
really
where
popular.
and Instagram eventually bought Vine, and that's how they could even do video format. But she was on Vine. You grew really quickly on Vine too, and it was just random videos.
We just make stuff happen. I mean, I wasn't a dancer. Naomi, aka Trinity, she was a dancer because I was like, girl, I'm about to do what? I'm about to go out and dance in heels.
I'm so surprised. I mean, I'm learning things, even just reading up on you before you came here. I had no idea that you had 2 degrees.
Yes, girl, 2 degrees.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Went to school because at the time I was working with autistic children.
Wow.
As a senior behavior therapist, and was going to get my master's. Submitted myself on LA Casting, and I'm going to make a long story short. LA Casting. So anyone who knows about LA Casting knows what LA Casting is.
Yes, I know exactly what LA Casting is.
So submitted myself, and yeah.
And that's how you got on the Divas audition?
That's how I got into like WWE in general. Yeah, like I wanted to go get my master's. I was like, okay, about to go get my master's in psychology, work with autistic children. I'm like, maybe I'll get my doctorate in, just so I can like be able to open up my practice, have people work under me. I feel like the ultimate happiness, we're all striving to be happy. For me was always like, how do you help other people? Whether that's entertaining, whether that's like, you know, like helping make someone better. That was always my goal, was how do I help other people? Especially coming from my upbringing.
Talking about your focus on kids with autism in bullying, and then going into an industry in which you're ruthlessly bullied online.
And it was like some crazy stuff. I don't know if I can even say this. I don't know, guys, maybe like exit out. But the stuff was like so harmful. I'm like, damn, what day and age are we living in? Because they would be like, I hope you cancer. And I'm like, why do I have cancer, and why do I gotta be like, what the like, can we just talk about my skills, talk about how you don't like me, but why do we have to like, damn.
I mean, it's crazy when I think about when I was doing the Russian thing with dedicating our matches to Vladimir Putin, crush.
Ooh, she got in character.
Yes.
I'm scared.
People did not like me, you know, and at all. They really thought I was Russian, and I would post my little nephew, and he was like little 3 weeks old, cute. And people would be like, die. We hope your child dies. We hope your ugly nephew dies. And it's like, wait, this is an innocent child. Like,
stop.
Why would you do that? People really show their true colors, unfortunately, online. And we're going to all ask you to try to be a little bit more nicer.
And the only thing I can add to this is we taped our first episode last week. my face was a little too shiny, if I'm being honest. And I'm very certain people will be calling it out, only because our lovely producer called it out. Thankfully, 2 weeks after we filmed it. Thank you for that. And CJ's now called it out on several
Let's
occasions.
make sure. Wait, is the face giving right now? Hold on. Maybe he needs a little powder on the nose.
Okay, see, now that's what I need. I need someone to tell me in the moment.
That's why
what's
we love
happening.
her. That's why we love
You
her.
really don't need it, but because you pointed it out, it means that it's bothering you.
I was in Vegas this past weekend, and you know who I think is the most brilliant performer? Marshmello. I saw him walking through the wind. I want one of those big masks, helmets on. That guy's a genius. He doesn't have to worry about his nose being shiny. Yeah, go ahead and make fun of Marshmello.
Cash. Sorry, y'all. Cash wants to see the other dog. Come here, Bubba. You're ruining the podcast right now.
I keep on wanting to call him Chase, and his name is Cash.
Look at his balls. It's Cash. That's not a Chase.
Wait, hold
This
on.
reminds me of your comment with Miro, and I'm not going to go there, but in me.
Yeah, some big balls.
He really does. And I was told, so a guy was like hanging out with, he was like, oh, his balls are so tiny. And I'm like, are we looking at the same thing?
So both of you are dealing with this really extreme animosity, hate, bullying, or heat, if you want to call it, online. And yet you have to go out and perform live. And, wrestling is more like Broadway than it is movies and TV, right? So, like, we'll talk about Onyx, but you as an actress, and you as an actress, you do 30 takes, and ultimately the editor and director decides what the audience sees. But in live television or Broadway, the performer is the ultimate arbiter of what the audience sees. So your performance you give that night, the audience sees without edit, for the most part. And so to have to go do that, especially when you're brand new to sports entertainment, which is a very specific world, with very specific fans and rules, dealing with this hate and animosity, in the background you both come from, which is not sports entertainment, to me is just so fascinating how you were able to not just do it, but succeed to the level that you did. How?
I always say people who are very successful and people who are like entrepreneurs, there's something different. There is a very different caliber of like work ethic. There's a very different caliber of how the brain thinks. I don't know. Every time I feel like I've met anyone who's had like, I'm listening to like, even if I'm just like listening to like an entrepreneur, their brain just doesn't operate. And not saying that's a bad way, but someone who goes to like a 9 to 5 compared to someone who is like an entrepreneur, someone who is an entertainer, our brain just kind of like tick a little bit different. And I think,
Facts.
and it's sometimes considered not normal. It's sometimes considered crazy.
Neurodivergent.
Yeah, like neurotic, out of this world. And there's some truth to that because I do feel in order to be successful, in order to like even do things like being in WWE where let's just say you're not even putting your body on the line, right? Let's speak to like CJ, right? Who is being a manager, but you're traveling 300 days plus out the year. You're worried about how does my body look? How do I present myself? How am I dealing with the backlash? How am I building a brand? How am I making my boss happy? How am I showing up? How am I being a good wife? Like there are just so many different things that's not what the normal everyday person is thinking about.
I could not agree more with you. And it's definitely for like our minds are not normal for
It's
sure.
not.
For sure. I think it's like one is the entrepreneur mind of it all. And then on top of it, like the wrestling performing mind of it all,
And you're also respectfully, and I understand and respect Vince's mindset. I respect this man as like a businessman. Like I look at him, I'm like,
for sure.
you also, when you're taking this job, you're committing, like things do happen and you're like saying like, hey, well, if I die in the ring, I mean, I just,
It's just an occupational hazard.
because you're signing up for this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's a bad way or a bad business plan, but
Just the job.
it's just a job.
Yeah.
So you're signing up to not know what may happen because things go wrong. Even though people are like, oh, wrestling's fake.
No.
It's
Predetermined endings.
predetermined ending, but what happens in between, adrenaline's running, things happen, they're like, oh, we got to do this on the fly. You're making things happen live on television.
Remember, you were there when TJ got hurt.
Yeah. Oh, that was scary.
TJ
broke his neck, right?
Wilson broke his neck, and he talks about how there was a second there that he like completely blacked out, and Natty thought he was dead. Then he thought he was going to be paralyzed. He couldn't move.
Yeah, that was.
I'm getting chills just talking about
same.
it. And
Ooh.
it's just like, and that family has already gone through so much. And that happening, he's one of the world's best technical wrestlers. It's just like, if that happened with Samoa Joe, who's also an incredible wrestler. These people are incredible wrestlers. And it just shows you, like, anything can happen. This is a contact sport.
Oh my God, I'm the chills.
Where, I know, same.
Ooh.
I was always so scared to get hurt when I
Same.
first started.
Same, because
you know?
I'm like, my wrist is so tiny. I'm like, I'm fragile.
Yes,
And being
same.
tiny, like.
Yes. At one point, I really thought I wasn't going to be able to do it. I think it was 2015. I really thought. I was like, I just really want to stand with a microphone. You know, I'm really good at this. I'm better
Yeah.
than a lot of other people, and it's going to take me years to get good in these other areas, like professional wrestling. And I just wasn't. I didn't really want to accept that I'm going to always be hurting. I'm going to always be bruised. I could really like tear something or break something, and I just would psych myself out every time I would go out there, of being like, okay, like, I'm going to run into the pain. I'm going to run into. So by the time I got to the tables, I was already so on that mindset of like, I would almost enjoyed it. But I will say a hard thing for me is the dopamine hit of being out there. And I think that's why we do it, is there's no gratification in the entire world of the high that you get when you're in that ring and you're commanding the audience and they're booing you. You know, like at one point they would cheer me on the way out and I would be able to turn the whole crowd within the first sentence.
Also, like, I loved being the heel. And that is what gave me my dopamine. Was being the villain. It's it's so easy for people to hate you than to love you. So the way that I would just be like, yes, and they're like, boo, I'm like,
I think for you too, it was like a perfect storm. It was, you were on Tough Enough.
Yes.
You got it from I still can't get over that casting.
LA casting.
Network. Oh my God. So for anyone that doesn't know, right? You know what casting?
Of course.
LA casting is?
LA casting, Actors Access, Casting
Backstage.
Frontier.
Yes. It's
Never did backstage, but familiar.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's worldwide. It's crazy. Like, so many people probably submitted it. So the fact that you got called for that, you got Tough Enough, and then you got on the show and you were picked by WWE.
Wait, no, I was the first eliminated. Let's talk about that.
I didn't even know that.
With Stone Cold Steve Austin, girl, my favorite moment. What's your favorite match? And I'm like, Melina versus Alicia Fox. And he was like, what? Like, the way that he was so...
It's like, not me?
I feel like the way that I started my career, though, I mean, most people may or may not know how I started it. Even after, he was like, kid, you're a star. You're going to do... He told me, he was like, you're going to do really well. He's like, I'm really proud of you. And that made me feel good because I'm like, damn, I got blasted on TV, but to have like that one-on-one moment where he's like, there's something about you. You know what you're doing. So to have that where he gave me my flowers, and then once I got released in 2016, I did the podcast, his podcast. So how I started my career is how I ended my career.
You did with Steve Austin's podcast?
Yeah.
Is it the Broken Skull?
Yes, in 2016, I went to his house.
No way!
Yes.
Oh my God, that's huge.
Yeah, so I'm like,
go listen to that. I didn't even know that.
I
Everyone,
did.
go listen to it right now.
So yeah, I'm like, even though people may think like, oh, okay, there was I'm like, no, he's a great guy. He's amazing. He was a mentor. I mean, I'm gonna give y'all some tea. So even let's throw it back in FCW when I first got there, and people were like, she was the first eliminated. How is she here? And not knowing like the culture of like wrestling, you shake people's hands. I didn't know that. I'm just saying like, oh, hey, how are you? That's just how.
Sorry, I want to cut you off real quick. I don't know if you know this. You know about the shaking of the hands?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
So
break it down.
There's basically, in wrestling, at least when she was there and I was there, there's this etiquette that you have to go around and shake everyone's hands.
Like literally shake their hands?
Yeah. Like
Every single person.
everyone.
No fist bumps.
No.
That is it's considered disrespectful.
Yeah. And
even just doing this. Disrespectful.
yes. I got a ton of heat in NXT for not shaking everyone's hands.
And when you say everybody, who are we talking about?
Like everybody, because that is just, it's
Like former other wrestlers and
yes, coaches. It's just,
Yes.
it's part of, and this is the thing, I'm not mad at it, but if you don't come from that world, it's not like I was ever being rude. It's not, I know
if you
CJ
don't
was,
know, it's not an
Exactly.
intentional omission.
It's not like you're just like, hi, how are you? Like
Yeah.
most people just kind of like wave. You don't. I've never really gone to every single person, especially when you're meeting so many people at one time, where you're shaking every single person's hand because it just would seem like uncomfortable. It's like if someone's in your face, yeah, you would shake their hand, but not go to every single
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
shake every single person's hand, and that is called disrespect if you don't do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always like, my hands sweat. I don't want to touch people. It's,
Oh, no, no, no.
No.
No, that was not the case. You had to do that to everyone. And they're quick to give you heat.
Which
if you
let's
don't. Certain people, too.
Let's talk about what heat is, though, for people who don't
Okay.
understand what heat is.
Yes.
So heat is where you have, let's just say, you're not, whether it's something intentional or unintentional, you have made this environment where you've made people angry. Whether it's a group of people or it's individuals, where now there's like this hostility of,
Yeah.
you've made someone pissed off.
Yeah.
And they're pissed off very bad, and you're not in good grace.
Yeah.
And it's going to be known, and you're going to feel it. It's almost when they say heat, no, you literally feel like there's like a little bit of a fire. Like it feels like it's like a little bit of a heater.
Yes.
On
it's emanating off of you when it's.
Oh my
when
God,
it's
Yes,
I'm
like-
getting hot
palpable.
talking about
Yeah,
it.
it's like you
Here.
walk. You kind of like walk, and you can just feel that. Ooh,
Yes.
And
something's
there's
not
good
right.
heat though, right? There's like if you like you were saying
No.
before, you like to be the heel. No, there's no good heat. What
I
about when
mean-
you have heat from the audience when you're a heel?
That's different.
That's different. Yeah, you're making money.
Yeah,
For
yeah, yeah.
There's different backstage heat is something you don't want to feel.
Got it.
Oh, no.
Backstage heat and
No. I got engaged in real life, and at the time I was in a huge storyline. I'm sure you remember with Rusev, and I was on the other side of him, and I had a pretty hot boyfriend named Dolph Ziggler, who was just happened to be blonde hair, blue eyes, Kendall, and then Summer Rae, she was Rusev's girlfriend, and I swear he proposed because I was making out with Dolph.
That was a lot going on. I don't remember the.
2015. So we got engaged, then it got leaked to TMZ,
I remember that.
and Vince lost it. He was furious. He
Ooh.
cut the storyline. And that day we decided that kayfabe is real.
For people who don't know, what is
Yes.
kayfabe?
Okay.
kayfabe is this is the most eloquent way I've heard it described. It's the system of lies and stories that undergird the fictional world of pro wrestling.
Wow, that's really fancy.
That was very fancy.
That was
Can you-
very
Can you break
fancy.
it down if I was like don't I'm like
Okay, so
Two.
it is basically it's the storyline.
Cameron Lana is our stage name.
Yes.
Ariane and CJ are our real names.
Yes.
So kayfabe would be like, okay, we're speaking like talking like if I want to be like, yes, right now I'm popping in as Cameron.
That's kayfabe.
Girl, bye.
Yeah.
That's a work.
And then
spirit.
wait, girl, you have to give a moment.
Look, I am obviously the best ever.
Mm.
But she's very beautiful too. I know this. But my dogs are better. So I win.
Girl, I don't know if your dogs are better. Mine's will always be.
Well, mine are prettier.
Maybe smaller, but mine's are better.
One dog looks like Liv Morgan and Margot Robbie had a child. So
I mean, I don't really understand what you're saying right now because I can't really understand the accent, but what you're giving is not what I'm feeling. So are you
well,
done?
this is because you're a stupid American.
Anyways, we're gonna get back on topic.
We're going to get back
Yeah,
to
okay.
being nice human beings. We're having a
Sounds
slight
good.
identity crisis right now.
We are having an identity crisis, and I'm back.
I mean,
That was the
just feel-
working characters.
Yeah, so
If you-
that was kayfabe.
Oh my God.
My kayfabe is the shiny face because in my real everyday life, my face is perfectly colored all the
I
way
cannot.
through. My hair looks great, and on camera, I play this shiny, repulsive figure.
Oh my God.
You're just
I can't
obsessed with
with
this shininess.
I
right now.
know.
You
I
haven't
know.
seen the last episode. Trust me, you'll see.
You know what's so interesting though, with you having only, I don't want you to say only because you did so well with what you Like
you.
what? I mean, there's not very many women or even men who can hold it down. Like I feel like, and I mean, I can get some heat for saying this, but I definitely feel like you should be in the Hall of Fame because you think about people who were on the microphone. You think about like the Paul Heymans. You think about Vicky Guerrero. You were on that level of being able to hold it down on a microphone and the way that you were able to command an audience. And you didn't even really have to step in the ring. That says a lot.
Thank
and
you.
thinking about your fan base and how many followers you have, that speaks volumes. Not many people. I mean, think about people who I mean, I really can't even. There's been a few, but there's not many who have been able to command an audience and create that fan base. And think about how many times can you say you've been in the ring? Not in a bad way. Like if they were like, "Oh, get in the ring tomorrow," you would make it happen because I just know your personality. You're like, I'm about to be up in training. I'm about to be here.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Natty, hey, girl. Coming down. Like, I'm about to be at the dungeon training. So I know you. But that speaks volumes.
Thank you. That really means a lot. I really tried to work as, I think all of us, and I tried to be around people that work really hard and just try to be excellent in anything that we do. Try to be as excellent as possible. Our best version.
But you're not trying. You're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think, and we're getting to know each other, but I can guarantee CJ does not get the respect she deserves for how hard she works behind the scenes, working every single thing she's doing personally and professionally. And true to form for a professional wrestler with an identity crisis, there is a blurring of the line between what is real and what is work, what is professional and what is personal constantly in your life. But everything is just strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, talking to CJ, it's like, a 5-minute conversation takes 3 hours. It's
Wait, we had that already on Sunday? Because, I mean, it was so funny. I was like, damn, girl. I mean, again, we kind of spoke about this before the show. I was like, how were we not hanging out? Because it's so funny. I would talk to Trent, and she's like, girl, you and CJ be reminding me a lot of each other because...
Oh, yeah.
Because she'd be like... I mean, because there was a moment where my former tag team partner, they were tagging together, and she was like, y'all are so much alike. It's kind of like...
Love Naomi.
Black version, like I don't even, like, what would you say? What would you categorize, like, your background?
I'm Russian.
So, like, just giving, like, it's like two different worlds.
Yeah.
But it was like, y'all are too much alike. And I'm like, when we spoke on Sunday, I was like, stop it.
I love it.
It can be conflicting because someone like Trent, who's very, like, chill.
Yeah.
And
Oh
just,
my gosh.
like...
Yes. Yes.
Because she used to be like, Cam, I ain't got time for right now. In the best way possible, which my stage name, when she'd be like, Cam, girl, you doing too much.
I feel like you're so much calmer though now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely feel like you're calmer,
Girl, give me the tea. Who was I back then?
You were definitely high strong. You were very high strong. Is that the right word?
high strung, yeah.
High strung.
Yeah.
And
High strung. Strong or strong?
I think, what does that exactly mean actually?
Like high strung is just like over the top.
Yeah,
a little like
you're on edge
a lot,
constantly,
yeah.
and takes there's a sort of intensity to people. Who are
There
high
was
strung.
definitely an intensity about you, but not in a way of like overthinking matches. You know how some people can definitely have like overthink the match and 20 million times, and it's like, oh my God, we're not going to reinvent the wheel, guys. 2 + 2 = 4. Always. So it wasn't that. It was just like, I kind of think it was all in the best ways, and that's what made you so good on Total Divas. And me and Trinity would talk about that a lot.
Was I a Let's just be honest.
No. You were just not, sometimes you didn't play by the rules of wrestling.
I definitely did not.
Really what?
That is facts.
And it's not like you would shake people's hands, but like, not like I would just go all the extra miles to like conform to that world.
And I gave zero. I was like, I get what you're saying.
That's what it was more.
I was just like, oh, you have to just, I'm like, I ain't doing that. Bye.
Mm-hmm. And that's like, you're playing it up, but you weren't that intense about it, but
it was just me at that time. I don't know, I guess.
Not in a bad way, but, in a choice.
Identity crisis, as we talk about it, growing up in the family that I grew up in, and I think so I like a mentor, like good friend, manager who was like knew me since I was like 20. He's like, I can't imagine what your life was like before then. He was like, you should have been respectfully a stripper with like 5 kids. And it's not funny, but it's funny because he was just like, you had all the odds against you.
What was going on from
Yeah.
to up to your 20? What was your upbringing like?
So, I mean, I've never really shared this, but I grew up in a like really dysfunctional family. Still a lot of dysfunction, like boundaries of just kind of trying to separate myself of. So I think again, like when people think about like, okay, the opportunity that I got in wrestling, not knowing the backstory, like, okay, I'm the first in my family to go to college. I'm the first to try to change the narrative. I'm also the first person, well, I don't want to say the first, I mean, I bought my mom and my dad a house from what I made in WWE.
Wow.
And then got my own home. And then I was like, okay, if I ever have children, if I ever get married, I want to change this. I don't want to have what I was raised in as like that generational curse. In a sense, like being in WWE, there's like this a little bit of a, I don't want to say weirdness or like craziness and stuff, but it's because I always had like mental health issues. And that's what made me drawn to feeling like something was home because of the dysfunction, but also like the payoff and kind of like what I was raised in. Like it was like the tug of war, dysfunction, and then we're good. Dysfunction. It's like a roller coaster. So I grew up in that environment, and I usually wear my dad's necklace because he passed away in 2022, a day after I went to the Royal Rumble, which was crazy. But my dad suffered from like just his own stuff with like being a crack addict and an alcoholic, and so dealing with that too as a child. Even though he was around, but he wasn't around. So it's just like, I never talked about these type of things, but I think it helps understand like, okay, this is what made me who I am. I could be in a completely different space. I'm not perfect, but I'm like, damn, without, I guess, having what I've had, I wouldn't be where I'm at, because they say most people who end up going on the other side, either you fall or you use that as like strength to be like, oh, I'm about to change the narrative, even if it's not perfect, even if it's very, very like sloppy and all over the place. And I feel like that's what I've done. So yeah, I've never really shared that side of me with my family.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I had no idea that you had a lot of similar mental health conditions like me, which is also a big part of this podcast. Is like, I want us to be able to share these things, and normalize it. As well as like, I knew that your father had passed from, I think you had shared online, and I was just blown away that it happened right after the Royal Rumble. And and I'm just like, so sorry, like, I don't know how close, like if you guys were close, but
best friend. So
I'm so sorry.
Even just sharing like what he had went through, like he turned his whole life around, which I'm so proud of him, because to not go to rehab, he just woke up one day and was just like, gotta change my life.
That's
and
awesome.
He dealt with a lot of sickness because he had like prostate cancer. What was it? Is it POD? Because he smokes cigarettes.
COPD.
COPD from smoking cigarettes. Yeah, just seeing like how my dad was able to overcome all that, I was like, damn, that's like a really strong man. And if I want to backtrack, which I want to bring this up, it's crazy because doing the Royal Rumble.
Your return in 2022 was the first time you had returned at the Royal Rumble, which is amazing.
It was super fun. Felt really good. I was nervous, but great to be back. And then my dad passed on that Monday. We did the Rumble on Saturday. There were some other things going on at the time. The person I was dating, that was a whole nother, Lord. It's just like, again, people don't know what you go through.
Yeah.
Dad passed on Monday, got a call on Tuesday to come back. And everyone's like, are you ready? Like, are you okay? Like, are you in a good place? And I was like, no, like, my dad would love this. Like, the legacy lives on.
To come
When's
back
to
to
WWE.
really
I got a text message being
No.
like, call me back because we want to,
from
like,
Johnny Ace, was it? Or
yes.
my gosh. Wow.
Wednesday, everything's good. Thursday, all of a sudden I see my travel's been canceled. I'm like,
What?
so then I ask, and it was just like, oh, we don't have an answer.
That's insane. That is a crazy roller coaster.
That was like a
can't even
really rough
imagine.
time. Like that's when my mental health really started to take, like, because I already was dealing with mental health, but that's when I really went like, ooh,
Yeah.
it's trying my patience.
So when you're sharing this about your father and you say your mental health took a turn, to me that's like only normal, right? What did you do? Like, was it a much bigger difference, the mental health turn that happened there than when after, let's say, WWE? Because both of those are very big manic triggers, right? When we lose someone can be a big manic trigger into mental health, losing a job, losing a loved one, divorce. And so was it at all the same or completely different? And what did you do both times?
Like completely different, because I think at the time I already knew with like WWE. I don't know why that's like a tongue twister sometimes.
Yeah.
I kind of already felt like I just had this gut instinct. Something, it just wasn't feeling aligned, and I already knew that I was kind of like in this teeter-totter moment of giving up my spot and going back to NXT, and just it being like, So I wasn't prepared, because you're never prepared.
No.
It doesn't
No.
matter.
Really?
It just, especially because that's your life.
Yeah.
You spend your whole entire time just like doing this.
300 days a year.
It's
at
a
this
lot.
time. It was not how it is now, where it's just like once a week. This was
Yeah.
we were on the road 5 days a week, every single week,
And in
plus
my-
Total Divas.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then in my 20s, where you're just trying to figure out who you are, like just getting out of college, like I'm trying to like figure out who I am, like who is Ariane Andrew, like who is this person, and not even being able to define who I was. So yeah, two different worlds. Because yeah, my dad, that like rocked me. And I guess
Was he sick? He had prostate cancer then?
so he had, I mean, like I said before, he had prostate cancer, two aneurysms on his aorta. He had like
COPD.
COPD.
Oh my God.
He also had like some allergies. Like he was just going
He
through
was
it.
chronically ill. And
Yeah, but he had like lasted a very long time.
how old was he when he passed?
He was 65.
Wow.
That's young.
Oh. so
Wow.
young.
That is so young.
And I was a baby, because he had my sister when he was 16. So I was a baby. Yeah. So I mean, my sister was already was an aunt. Like, yeah, like, so she got to experience that with him, but not even though, because I was like the last. Not to go down like this rabbit hole, but I was like the last, I guess, like person to like really be with him. I remember he loved like German chocolate cake, and at the time my ex I was dating, he was like, "Why does it have to be German chocolate cake?" I'm like, "No, because he loves it." And it was right before the Rumble, and I was so stressed, but I was like, "No, I gotta go get this cake. Gotta go hang out with him." And I feel good, even though he died, and that's never a good feeling. I feel so blessed that I got to spend those last moments with him.
Oh, yes. Yes. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm
Cash.
so glad you did too. So when you you found out he passed, and then your mental health, can you kind of go through like what was the next couple months for you? Was it more anxiety? Was it more depression? How did it look or manifest, if you're okay with sharing that? And then also what did you do to like get out of it?
So I was dealing with a lot, like just wanting to be like in my house that I just bought, couldn't enjoy it, dealing with my dad, dealing with the whole high of going back to, back to the Rumble, going back, not going back. And I think I had
crazy.
so much going on because I was doing press at the time, so I didn't have time to like take it in. And I'm kind of like a little bit of a delayed reaction person when things happen. So February, around like Valentine's Day, I was flying out because I was about to perform one of my songs at the time. I had just came out with a song in New York, missed my flight. Like, it was just so much going on. And I just remember just having like a nervous breakdown on like the flight. It just all, like a month later, just started like flooding in of like these emotions of like, this is real. I think maybe, like people deal with like denial.
Well, yeah,
I think
grief comes in 7 stages, and the first one's denial.
On top of everything, which my mom's we're gonna have to save that for another podcast. But I was already not like, I hadn't spoken to my mom for a year, and it was just a lot. So I was just like, whoa, I'm being like, this is trying me.
And you hadn't talked to your mom in a year at that point. Are you in communication now?
No.
Do you want to talk about it? Oh.
It's when you research someone. I mean, obviously you're a very impressive person. And then we get to know your story a little bit, and you're one of these figures where the more we get to know about you, the more impressive your resume becomes. I mean, and their bio and your height or whatever you put on there, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of aspiring entertainers, and very, very, very few get selected to do anything meaningful, especially in a world like WWE, where it's even more narrow than the world beyond that.
True.
And it's so incredible and remarkable, and thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. And look, you have a movie out on BET,
Yes.
charting, Onyx, right?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about it at all?
So yes, as I know, as we wrap up, because I mean, damn, how long have we been talking now?
I think it's been 7 hours.
I'm like, it's gonna be time for a little nap. I'm like, I haven't even eaten yet. It's time for some food. But yes, Onyx. It's number 3 on BET Plus. We just got part of Amazon. It's a sci-fi, the first ever with BET, where you've never seen a sci-fi before. So
that's amazing.
Jennifer Freeman is the first lead. Tangerine Thomas is second. I play the third lead.
Oh
which
my
is
gosh.
awesome.
That's amazing. Congrats.
Thanks, girl.
I'm going to go watch it tonight.
No, it's I was nervous because I'm like, ooh, okay.
Girl, that's awesome.
Bye-bye. But shout out, like, I do want to say, like, shout out to Kevin Weisenberg and Damian Douglas. They gave me like that opportunity.
Awesome.
You just need someone to believe in you. So having them believe in me. Did a movie prior that comes out later this year. I don't want to share too much because I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, being a part of this and the cast, the crew, everyone was just amazing. So you got aliens, you got bikinis. It's also like a comedy. So you're mixing a little bit of everything.
That's awesome.
So I'm excited.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely great. I play the character Shannon, by the way. So Shannon, she's a former military personnel, and she has PTSD. So tapping into
real life
things, real life things. Yeah. This guy, he's like, okay, mom, I don't know if he has to go potty or what's happening.
Can we talk Pound Town real quick?
We got to talk about Pound Town Wrestling, Miss Entrepreneur.
Yes.
Yes, let's
taking
talk
all
about
the lessons you've learned, taking everything that you experienced at the WWE, and you're now going to give this opportunity to new aspiring wrestlers, correct? Tell us about Pound Town.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep a long story short. I created Pound Town for the simple fact I feel like I would never be out of wrestling. I'm going to be dead. As you know, girl. I wanted to do something because I'm like, I'm never going to get away. So if I'm not going to get away, how do I turn something into like what I feel would be, I don't know, I guess something that resonates with me. Mm-hmm. And, you know, just kind of feeling what I felt at the time, where I don't think there was a moment for women who look like myself who could really have like that opportunity to really blossom. I look at like my tag team partner or former tag team partner now, who's finally getting that moment after
Naomi.
Yes, Naomi, aka Trinity, after how many years when she should have been had that. Like, and I'm very passionate about that because working alongside her, knowing how much talent she had, knowing how much of a great person and what she brought to the table, and not seeing her get what she got, I was like, okay, let me create something where most people wouldn't be able to be seen or be heard. Like, you can't help your height, you can't help your race, you can't help like so many things that can make you be a star. But if you have the right tools and the right, people behind you, you can get that. Not trying to be the next WWE, not trying to be the next AEW, but what I wanted to do was create something where people could have the tools, get the firsthand experience to go be that star.
That's awesome.
And because I feel like, no shade to the independents where, okay, cash, the independents where it's in a backyard or a gymnasium, but why can't it be luxury?
Yeah.
Why can't it be red carpet, photo booth 360? Why can't it be this luxury experience? I'm like, and if you don't watch wrestling, okay, cool, bet. But let's now bring in the DJ. Let's bring in the bottle. So let's turn it into a club where you go ahead. Even if you're like, I'm not even watching this, I'm partying. I think you need to be a great storyteller in order to captivate an audience. You don't have to know who the baby face or the heel is, good guy or the bad guy. But if you can create a story and you can make something out of nothing, that's what captivates people. That's what brings people in, is by feeling the story.
Yeah.
And you can do a million backflips, jump off you do the craziest stuff ever, but if there's no story behind it, I don't feel like people are invested. Yeah.
Wow, I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited to come to Pound Town Wrestling.
Which, by the way, will be here.
Yeah.
On Passes.
At Passes.
So,
And given that this podcast is called Identity Crisis, and a lot of what we're talking about is duality and two sides of the same coin,
Yeah.
we've established the two of you, who are legitimately pro wrestling superstars, are very much two sides of the same coin. Is there a chance we see the two of you in the ring together on Pound Town Wrestling, either as opposition, as foes, or potentially even tag team partners?
ooh, wait.
It's professional wrestling. Anything can happen.
Yes, I would say I definitely want to introduce the tag team titles as well in the next show. We're
Yes.
definitely crowning the champion, which is, there's no gender, because we're keeping it very gender fluid, especially in the time that we live in, just making sure that there's opportunity for everyone. But I definitely want to introduce the tag team titles, and maybe,
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Who knows? So maybe we'll be tag team champions.
Who knows?
With our doggies.
I'm going to give you a hot tip in the world of wrestling.
Yes.
The best kept secret in all of pro wrestling right now is Meadow.
You are not playing.
I'm not playing.
I know.
METO.
I know. You have been
can't.
talking about
I can't.
Meadow for a minute now.
If you're talking red carpet and bottle service,
I can't.
you've got to bring Meadow.
Oh my God.
Okay, I
the
have to see Meadow. Where's the Instagram?
Yeah. Well, we're going to revisit this later. Miro's young boy, is that called?
I'm not calling him Miro's young boy.
Oh my gosh.
I would say he's Miro's greatest threat, but that's just me personally.
Oh, wait, before this memory card goes out, hold on, I'm about to help y'all close out. So where can we follow y'all at?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's close it out. Thank you so much for being on this podcast. We're going to have you back for sure. And Pound Town Wrestling, I'm super excited that, like, most likely we're going to become tag team champions. Crush, Machka. And everyone, please go check out her movie on BET, Onyx.
Let's make it number one. I want, after this podcast airs, you reach back out to us. It's going to be the number one movie on BET+.
Yes, on BET+. Also, for people who don't have BET+, Amazon Prime, but it's going to refer you back to BET+. But let's make it number one.
Yes.
Yes, let's also give these beautiful humans their roses. Thank you so much for both of you guys having me on here, creating something so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for opening up. Really appreciate it. Your story's beautiful.
Thank you, girl.
Yes.
You know, when you guys told me about your struggles, when I was a kid, I didn't speak till I was 3. And my first words, I'm not kidding you, were Hulk Hogan.
Stop.
And then I'm not kidding. Ask my mom. I'll call her right now on FaceTime. And then I said the whole Pledge of Allegiance.
Look at this in my face.
I can't even right now.
Hulk
I'm
Hogan
done.
was my first word. Hulk Hogan was my first and second word.
We're gonna have a whole moment here where we just sit here and watch wrestling.
Hey, listen,
Oh,
sold.
yes. Yeah, don't twist his arm. Thanks, guys, and see you next week. Let us know what you think and share some stories, too.
Yes, and also follow me at Ariane Andrew.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Plug everything that you need to be followed.
No, just follow me at Ariane Andrew across the board. PTW, Pound Town Wrestling. Stay tuned because the next show will be here. And yes, my amazing host and co-host, I'm going to let y'all do y'all thing.
Welcome to CJ Puts You Over. This week, we're going to be talking about a couple things on CJ Puts You Over. What's so funny?
I'm excited to be here.
Oh my God. I'm so excited.
I'm sorry.
Miro's back on CJ Puts You Over.
Yeah.
He's the main character.
Even though my name is not on the title.
Should we put Arusa Puts You Over?
I don't know. You just said I'm the main character, but my name is not in the title.
Oh my God.
It's appropriate that we can't decide whose name is in the title and which name of theirs we use.
Like when you see the movie Rambo, the name is Rambo. You know the movie's about Rambo. Terminator is about the Terminator.
Okay, welcome to our first episode of Rusif Put You Over.
No, because I'm not going to put nobody over. No, I'm not putting anybody over. So we just got to have the appropriate name. That's all I'm saying.
I got to ask, because part of the gimmick of the show is you dressing in this very couture outfit. So that's
my teamwork job.
That's kind of your stick. Well, who are we wearing today, Miro? Who are we wearing?
I'm wearing my legs.
Wow.
You know,
They're looking
I
jacked.
did some squats yesterday, so I had to show them off today. I'm wearing my Dorothy gym that I got from Australia, actually from the gym. So I'm really proud of it. I'm wearing my $5 tank top that I have 45 of them.
Amazon?
Of course.
We love Amazon.
Amazon workout clothes, the best, guys.
Where did you get my present that you brought me?
I got it from Instagram.
Oh, I thought from Amazon.
So Johnny is a big drummer. He used to play actually with, hold on, don't tell me, with Frank Zappa. And if you guys don't know who Frank Zappa
I did
is,
play with Frank Zappa.
he's
Yeah,
a
the
pretty
1960s. It was a...
Yes, he's back from the 60s. He's a gangster, man. Johnny was his drummer. So I know Johnny's a drummer. He's a really loud guy. And me and CJ were talking, going through Instagram, and there was these air drums. And I was like, man, it's a perfect gift for him. And it's just put these things, like earphones or whatever, and just air drum, and the sound of drum is coming out. And it's pretty cool.
Do you remember when we bought you the same gift? I bought you a Street Fighter 2 sweater that was advertised to me on Instagram. And you bought the same sweater for yourself. What was it, Zangief?
It was a Zangief Street Fighter shirt.
We're talking about CJ Puts You Over this week, and who we're putting over is Maxine, because she won Intercontinental Championship this week at Madison Square Garden. Yes, she beat Becky. I know it's all a shocker, and I have to say, it is all has to do with Dungeon 2.0. I know I'm always talking about Natty and Dungeon 2.0, but not that I want to bring it back full circle to me winning Survivor Series, but it was because of Dungeon 2.0. And
You were the sole survivor.
I was the sole survivor. And also, I actually was going to be tag team champions with Asuka. Like, they started pitching, and TJ started pitching a bunch of these different ideas with management, and I was in the story with Asuka, and he was pitching bringing Charlotte back to save me and take Nia and Shayna to take out Asuka, who's his favorite wrestler, of course.
The
Asuka.
best. I tell her every time I see her.
Asuka's amazing.
What is her winning streak now? I mean, she hasn't been pinned in how long?
Yes. 3
She's
times as
incredible.
long as Goldberg, I hope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Goldberg's. That was a really...
Goldberg said that.
He buried her. I mean, what a horrible thing to say.
He's just not the smartest.
He's just, it read to me very misogynistically. I don't know what you felt, but I mean, I'd actually be interested in your feelings on that.
I love Asuka, so I love that overall that they gave her that huge package.
Oh, I remember all
And
right.
yes. Yeah, so
Incredible.
it was incredible. I was just honored to tag with her. So it was a dream come true she's so incredible. She's so good at wrestling. She's so good at all the different gimmicks. That's why Miro loves her, obviously. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to become tag team champion with her. Charlotte Flair became tag team champion with her, but I almost did, and was all because of the dungeon.
She's a great superstar. I have to go back, though. You know, this IC win is not without its controversy.
Oh, really?
You know, Becky Lynch has since claimed that it was a fraudulent victory. There was a missed count out.
Yeah.
And because of that error, she's demanding her IC belt back, as I understand it. And, you know, obviously her going over in the first place is a little controversial. I mean, there are many superstars, I think, deserving of that title, one of which is sitting to your left, who I believe has never been crowned IC champion.
You've never been IC
Her left. Me.
You're left.
I just look left as
Have
well.
you been IC champion?
No. I was supposed to. Well, I don't know if it was supposed to is the right word.
pot.
I was going for it, actually. I was going to fight for it. I think it was Elimination Chamber back in 2015 maybe. But then I blew my ankle, so I was out.
It was a shoot injury?
Yeah. Ryback threw me over the ropes, and I landed right, but I was wrestling barefoot at the time. My ankle just freaking exploded.
Oh, yeah, I remember you used to wrestle barefoot. That was before I knew you. I always thought that was so good. I'm a germaphobe, so that's amazing.
Yeah, he decided to backdrop me over the ropes for the first time ever in my wrestling career, and I exploded my ankle.
If you were to consider wrestling barefoot in today's internet age,
Yeah.
I think you'd probably get way more followers on Instagram. Just a little hypothesis.
Man, I have a great feed. You know, I go do my pedicure. I have massages on my feet regularly. So yeah, I have no doubt about that.
Is that one of the things that attracted you to your husband? This is pedicured.
Bro, you gotta maintain.
Of course. I get
feel
massages all the time.
Bulgaria. Sorry, this is Miro put you over.
I thought it was Bruce that put you on.
Sorry.
This is an identity crisis.
When I was in Bulgaria, when I was talking to my friends and I'm telling them, hey, I'm getting pedicures, they're like, "Shh, what are you? Bro?" And they like judge me. I'm like, bro, have you tried it? No. Like, how can you judge me when I haven't even tried it?
Yeah.
Like, go sit down, take care of yourself, be like clean. You know, I'm sure you don't go under, you don't dig out, you don't do the nails, you don't cut the edges, you know, whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
Go and let the lady do it.
It's true.
CJ always tells me how meticulous you are in every aspect of your preparation, and
You have to be.
I didn't realize it was such to granular detail.
You have to be. Like, before you have sex, you got to go wash yourself, you got to get clean. You know, you have to be enjoying yourself. And if you're dirty, you can't do that.
Yes. Well, that's what, what they say. Happy wife, happy life. And CJ smiles more than anyone I know. And I guess I'm seeing why.
It's also
Always steals my colognes.
I steal your cologne.
All the time.
Well, I also think it's happy husband, happy life.
It just doesn't rhyme.
That's true. It's
And
honestly,
it doesn't apply either.
look, I live in your world. I'm just saying.
Okay.
So that actually is going to go into the last part of the CJ Puts You Over, where we're going to put over the director of art and design.
I know where this is going. You're talking about Mercedes Monet's most recent.
Viral moment.
There you go. But they have a video wall.
It's great. I'm telling you, the set designer is on it.
She's just collecting belts.
Belts around the world, period and per work.
Oh, shoot. But see, that's what happens when you're over. The whole thing just falls down.
CEO Mercedes Monet. Yeah. Period.
You brought her good gear, though.
We need belts here, so she'll come.
Yes, it's
Well, stop it. Don't be mean like that.
I'm not. No, I'm saying it. Like
why
she's
is
collecting
that?
all the
Explain this to me, like a
championships of the
plebeian.
world.
Why is that rude, Tessa?
What?
Why is it rude to say she won't come without belts?
She's collecting belts around the world.
Okay.
So if we have a
Set
championship,
deck to
she might fight
fitting. in the-
Johnny.
She'll fight Johnny.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, I'm a man.
He's a man. He just announced it.
Oh well, she'll still put you in her finisher.
You know when
I don't know. So what's the problem with this? What's the
No, I'm. There's no issue. I'm putting over the set designer and how epic
Oh,
it
well,
was.
that's clearly not true. You're making fun of it.
Why would you say I'm making fun of it?
Because we're not that stupid.
I think that when I watch that and I understand what her gimmick is, collecting belts at any show, any promotion, no matter how big or how small, and I think through that from the perspective of it being a work, it's absolutely brilliant. Like, what better way to indicate that this is a certain level of show than have the entire set deck fall apart before she walks the aisle? I mean, it's so perfect
Yeah.
if it's a work because it shows you exactly the extent to which she will go to win any belt.
Totally.
And so it works brilliantly, whether it's intentional or not intentional.
Totally.
I think it plays into the gimmick so well.
Totally.
And it's viral, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah, it was totally viral. And also, like, I mean, I feel like it was intentional because it's like everything's falling and then who's there? Mercedes Monet. And she can be anywhere. She could be literally main eventing WrestleMania again or main eventing AEW. She can do anything or show up and fight Johnny for a belt.
I will not fight her. I've retired from in-ring activity. I have shoulder issues, but I would consider bringing her into my stable.
I would love her to come on the show. It'd be literally my dream.
A Jonathan Saba guy. We actually went out to her to be in a movie at some point, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
And she considered it. I remember she liked the script.
She loved the script, but she wanted to have a conversation with you about a different role, which I also pitched to you.
Oh, she wanted to be the main character.
In Japan.
That's right. That's right. And now Miro, this is also very exciting.
Mira also wants to be the main character.
Well, we've taken steps. We've taken
In
a
his
couple.
movie.
We've taken a couple steps.
I wanted to be a main character in the movie.
Mira, you are the main character. If you're not the main,
Not true. I have not said I wanted to be a main character in the movie at all.
you want to be the main villain.
Well, that's a complete.
Well, the main character.
We can't announce it yet, but there is a movie that's in the works that Miro, in principle, and CJ, in principle, have agreed to be in, and we're out to a very,
very famous actor, to play opposite these two, who also happens to be a hero of young Miros in the world of film and television. And so if this happens, it will be
It sounds exactly like the movie yesterday.
it will be a identity.
That's what I'm saying. What?
Identity.
Bowfinger? Was that the name of it?
The movie of the week that we're going to be putting over on CJ Put
Now
You
we're putting over something else?
is Bowfinger.
Johnny, that's how you sound.
Listen, I think that's meant.
When we film, we can't see that star. We just gotta sneak around. You can't see the camera that he's working, just to make sure that he's really in the moment.
You know what? I know you're trying to be a heel right now, but it's not working. You're too much of a.
I'm
face.
kidding. I'm really excited about this movie, by the way. It's one of my favorite action heroes.
We can't say who.
I have not said who.
I give you a hint.
CJ cannot even say his name.
Give you a hint. He's the star of many a franchise that people in and around the world of mixed martial arts often consider to be among their favorite movies.
Yes.
So I will say that.
Stay tuned
Yes.
for
You know
next
what's
CJ Put You
interesting?
over.
Talking to the kids in the locker
Okay.
room now, they haven't seen any of the old, like, karate martial art movies. And when we were growing up, we watched those, of course, because back
Over and over
in the 90s, you watched them over because they were fantastic. But also you paid your respect and you watched in the 70s with Bruce Lee and, you know, the Shaolin stuff and all that. These kids nowadays, they don't watch anything. They have no respect for movies.
And you know what Bruce Lee did and a lot of action heroes of that era do, and I would argue the only one who does it today is Tom Cruise. They kept some version of kayfabe. Like Bruce Lee had an entire gimmick, and the person you saw in the movies was very similar to the person you saw outside of the movies. They do these staged exhibitions, which would be a display of his martial arts.
Whoa. Are you saying that Bruce Lee is fake?
I'm not saying Bruce Lee's fake, but I'm saying the character he was in movies, he played some version of that out in the world. And I think it was really brilliant. And there are other people like that, like Tom Cruise. A big part of his appeal now is doing these massive budget, opulent movies, and he's doing his own stunts. So part of watching it and the appreciation of his oeuvre is understanding the physical danger he's placing himself in to make it so cinematically real. And I think that's kind of a gimmick. And
The man is crazy. Good for him.
Well, guys, stay tuned to CJ Put You Over next week, where we might give you the name of this character.
If he says yes.
If he says yes.
He's asking for a lot of money, too. What else is he doing for this kind of money?
You know, that I would say he's a very in-demand actor. And if we get him for the movie, it would mean green light to the movie. The movie is a go. The first quarter, 2026, we will all be on set shooting this film.
I love this. Early 20s.
So, Miro, I know that you're fighting soon.
I fight all the time.
Rusev is fighting, not Miro.
Yeah.
You fought back
Okay.
a few years ago.
I can't have Rusev on a podcast and sit across from you and not talk about the last time is now. John Cena's final match. We know you had a very decisive victory in your first contest. Who is next? Who is your next victim?
Machiga Crush.
Well, I don't know. As far as the tournament, I have no idea who that is. But I just fought Otis on main event in Madison Square Garden. We were the opening match. Fantastic time. Loved Madison Square Garden. I love performing in front of these cocky and arrogant New Yorkers. Beat them up, of course. Go watch the match. You don't have no doubt about that. Yeah, but after that, man, watching Raw, watching John Cena have this match too. He got a great 3-on-3 with Sheamus and all that against the Judgment. It was a great match. I was so happy that John got to experience the MSG finally for one final time, that everybody was on their feet, loving him and embracing him and,
Sick.
and all that. But let's not forget, man, the time is coming to an end. He's got only a couple more weeks. And I may have to go through a couple more opponents, and that's not a problem for me because I'm focused on John. John kind of ruined my past. I have to go back, rewrite it, and the only way to do that is beating him so I can continue to my bright future. And whoever that is, it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're Jay, whether you're Sheamus, or whether you're LA Knight or another new out of somewhere superstar, it don't matter who you are, bro, because this is bigger than you. So all you have to do is just step aside, or if you're Jay, gather your family or your Usos, your cousins, your brothers, your Rikishis, and whoever, and pray for you while you pray to me, because you just need to sit this one out. Sit this one out because it's going to be the better for you, man. At the end of the day, Rusev is going to have his day.
I have goosebumps. The hair on my neck.
Well,
It's like electricity in here.
here we go.
I feel like I'm touching one of those balls with that electric shock tap.
I feel like Tesla right now.
I feel like
Nikola
Tesla.
Tesla.
It's so palpable. This is why I got into managing.
Wait, what is this static? Is this McLeod? Cut somebody's head?
When I hear that promo, when I see you look directly into the camera and you say to Jey Uso, you pray, you, wait, what's the line? Say it again.
I don't know what I said.
You said something so brilliant. No, I can't remember.
He's like, I have goosebumps. I can't talk.
You follow and I slaughter.
He showed it, man. He's not a leader. He's shown it over the past year. If we're talking about Jey, you know, he got a quick run with a championship. Clearly, that was not his thing. He needs his cousins and his brothers to help him and to guide him and to embrace him and to put him to sleep. Without them, he's nowhere, and he has proven that. That's why I think that he is a follower more than a leader. He's a sheep, and I'm a slaughter.
Machka crush.
Damn,
Period and a purr.
you can't beat that.
Also, when we're talking about the heels and you start to do taunting stuff, that's what I love most about a heel. Because he used to be cutting these promos real serious, like, oh, I will break you. And you stupid little baby. And I'll be like, rockabye baby, you stupid idiot. And it's just so much fun to make fun of people.
It's,
You know, good performance, and we'll wrap it up on this, but I will say good performances and good writing often have subtext.
Mhm.
And so, you know, if somebody's sad, they don't necessarily cry. And if someone's happy, they don't necessarily laugh. And so for me, when I see, because you're so physically imposing and so
Yeah.
physically threatening,
Machka.
you're very methodical and very measured in the way you deliver your promos, I find it to be so much more terrifying. And those are the aspects of your character I truly love.
well, thank you.
I get the giggles.
Now, Rusif, may I be so bold as to ask you to look right into the camera and ask our audience to like, subscribe, and follow. Oh, thank you.
In a very erosive style.
Now let me tell you something, brother. You better like, subscribe, mention, comment, tell the people, yelp about it, do whatever you gotta do, but click that thing, the heart, the deal. Go to YouTube, go to
Spotify.
iTunes, go to Spotify. This is my promo.
Sorry.
Sign. Go now. Goodbye.